DuPont trying to make sure her team does not go to overtime for the second consecutive game. ISO with Newman, screen set, DuPont spins, fires, and hits! Emily DuPont, the hero for the Knights. Kick out, DuPont for the lead, you bet! Emily DuPont gives Newman the lead for the first time since it was 3-2. Reed, 3. It's money! Amina Reed gives Abington a 12-point lead. Marable to the rack and 1. Marable, first game back in a matter of weeks, and he's making his impact felt. Roberts inside, 3-on-1, doesn't matter, plus the foul. Reese stops, and he's pushed back by Hairston, all alone, and the flush. Skying high, and he rips the rim for 2. Hackney jab steps, spins, oh what a move, off the glass and in. Amira Hackney in her bag here in the first quarter. Fry, 3, it's cash. Kylie Fry gives Abington a 22-point lead, and it's Nittany Lions basketball. Ruiz Tucker, spin move, inside, crafty play, counted and the foul. 10 minutes to play for a spot in the conference championship. Abington looking for its first trip in a decade, where Gallaudet is looking for its first in 3 years. 71-65, head coach Stephanie Stevens and her squad on top by 2 possessions, but they were on top by as many as 17 early in the third quarter before Abington made a huge run, cut the deficit to 2, and it now stands at 6, heading into the fourth. Glad you could join us here on the PSUCA Network. This game playing out very similar to the last time these two teams met back in the regular season less than 2 weeks ago. Gallaudet was on top by 26 points. Abington cut the deficit to 6 points, but Gallaudet ended up hanging on. Reed at the controls, found space, and missed the layup. Every shot so critical at this juncture. Lexo inside, plus the foul. Cam Lexo, she said this game is personal to her. With about a dozen family and friends in the crowd, the Abington native putting on a show in her hometown. She was held quiet, held scoreless in that third quarter, but still 9 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals today. And give her 11 points after that bucket. Closing in on a double-double. 9-point lead for Gallaudet. Abington, they've been in a hole all game long. They haven't led. Tolson off the front iron. Turnover forced by Amina Reed. 22 turnovers forced by Abington today. Reed in the corner, Nyla Newman. And it cycles out. Everything but down. And there goes Lexo. On the run, and the layup. Cam Lexo taking over in the fourth. It's an 11-point game. Fry, shot fake, and she rattles it in. Trying to quiet the Gallaudet side. Fry is having a night. 6 for 10 from the floor. Roberts on the other end. The team's going toe for toe, but it's Gallaudet on top by 10. Newman up top. Reed inside, and she is fouled. An update on the other side of the bracket. It's St. Mary's on top of Bryn Athyn 36-35 as they get set to start the fourth quarter. If Abington were to win and the number 5 seed Bryn Athyn were to win, Abington would host the conference championship game. St. Mary's the number 1 overall seed as Reed drills the first free throw. Brynathan the 5, Abington the 2 seed, Gallaudet the 3. The top seed will host the championship game. Abington just 6 for 12 from the line today. Gallaudet 20 for 24. Could that be the difference? Gettler. Ruiz Tucker, skip pass. Alexis Roberts has been quiet in the second half, but Hannah Powent with the end one. And it's back above 10 in terms of the lead. Powent giving Gallaudet some critical minutes. 10 points, 5 for 8 from the floor. Averages 7 a game. And she's averaging nearly a double-double in their 2 regular season games against Abington this season. 12-point game, the crowd is quiet. Hackney, top of the point, and hits. Had an open look, and she drained it. 16 points for her, but she is working with 4 fouls. Reed, full court defense. Abington forcing 22 turnovers today. Single-digit game. Roberts takes a tumble. Tolson trying to grab the jump ball. The jump is called, and it will stay with Gallaudet. Coach White said we have to be the scrappy team that we are. They've shown that a lot, especially in the second half. They did a great job at that in the quarterfinal game against Notre Dame of Maryland. In fact, a little too scrappy. They had a couple of technicals, but they also forced 3 technicals. No techs today. Abington, though, playing that scrappy, gritty style that they want to play. And they'll wave off the shot from Powent. Abington still within striking distance. They cut the deficit all the way down to 2. They have not led today. Again, a spot in the conference championship is on the line. Gallaudet, winners of 13 of its last 15. They've handed Abington 2 of its 3 conference losses this season. Reed for 3. Can't get the roll. Newman fighting for the board. Hackney picks up the rock. Tipped out of play, and it's Gallaudet basketball. Time running out for the Nittany Lions. Fry getting set to check back in, and they end up changing the call. It's Abington basketball. Could that prove crucial? Kylie Fry, 6 for 10 from the floor, 3 for 6 from distance. All 3 makes coming in the second half. Tolson against Roberts, too strong. Good defense from Alexis Roberts. Reed with the steal, up ahead. Reed, she finishes. Averaging 5 steals per game over her past 4 contests, nearly forces another turnover. Gallaudet's got to go across the timeline, and they do. Gettler, tipped out of play, Abington basketball. And here comes Cam Lexo. You knew she wasn't going to sit for long. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a couple of steals and blocks for her tonight in her homecoming. Hackney, spin move, doubled, splits the defense, nearly got it to fall. Is it Cam Lexo takeover time? The foul on Abington, neither team in the bonus or close to the bonus. 3 fouls on Abington, 1 on Gallaudet here in the 4th. Abington, they've shown spurts of offensive excellence, but they have not been able to put it together. Haven't led today. They cut the deficit all the way down to 2 in the 3rd.